We just got some of the biggest Grand Theft Auto 6 news ever. Why? Well, because it came directly from the publisher of GTA, Take-Two Interactive. This news is literally 1 hour old, so if you appreciate the update, leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more stuff like this, and let's talk about what on earth is going on. Apart from the GTA 6 leaks that leaked near the end of last year, we really haven't heard anything from Rockstar or Take-Two since. The only thing we heard was Rockstar confirming that the leaks were real. That is until today, where we now essentially have a confirmed time period for GTA 6's release. So today in Take-Two Interactive's earnings call, if you don't know what an earnings call is, basically, this is Take-Two Interactive filling their shareholders in on how the company has performed over the last 3 months and setting goals for the future. Now, they touched on some Grand Theft Auto Online stuff as well as Grand Theft Auto 6, so we'll talk about the GTA Online stuff at the end. But when talking about the future plans for Take-Two Interactive, this is exactly what they said. Here's the quote. "For the last several years, we've been preparing our business to release an incredibly robust pipeline of projects that we believe will take our company to even greater levels of success. In fiscal year 2025, we expect to enter this new era by launching several groundbreaking titles that we believe will set new standards in our industry and enable us to achieve over $8 billion in net bookings and over $1 billion in adjusted unrestricted operating cash flow. We expect to sustain this momentum by delivering even higher levels of operating results in fiscal 2026 and beyond." Shout out to Videotech for making this graphic as well, I appreciate it. So if you're not really a business type of guy and you don't understand all of this terminology, I'll break it down and explain why this essentially confirms GTA 6's release period. So first off, they say in fiscal year 2025. Now, what does that actually mean? No, that doesn't mean the year 2025. A fiscal year is something that could change depending on organization, and for Take-Two Interactive, their fiscal years go from April to March in the corresponding year. So when they say fiscal year 2025, they mean from April 2024 to March 2025. In other words, what they're saying is between April 2024 and March 2025, they'll be launching several groundbreaking titles that they believe will set all new highs for profit in the company. And as we know, by far the biggest game in all of Take-Two Interactive's library is Grand Theft Auto, and this is essentially the only game that could do this. Take-Two Interactive does own other studios like 2K Games, so for example, NBA 2K, Borderlands, all of that other stuff, as well as Mafia games and many more, but none of them actually come anywhere near the type of profits that they would make from Grand Theft Auto 6. So, in other words, no other game could make as much money as they're claiming here, except for Grand Theft Auto 6. Or in other words, again, I'll clarify, this essentially confirms that GTA 6 will be releasing between April 2024 and March 2025. That's what they've planned. Again, for anyone that is overly skeptical, I understand this game basically seems like a myth. Grand Theft Auto 5 made $1 billion in sales in the first 3 days, and that set a brand new record. So that 8 billion number couldn't be done by any of their other titles. So what do they mean by they expect even better results in fiscal year 2026 and beyond? Well, this seems quite simple if you think about it. Let's say Grand Theft Auto 6 releases at the end of 2025. That would only be about 4 or 5 months before the start of fiscal year 2026, so it makes sense that the profits from Grand Theft Auto 6 would be just as high the following year, considering a bunch of players wouldn't get it at launch, and considering how many people still buy Grand Theft Auto 5 today, it would be no surprise that people are slow getting to Grand Theft Auto 6. And through many big updates to Grand Theft Auto 6, for example, that sales would continue to chug along. If I were to guess at this point, I would say our release date for Grand Theft Auto 6 is looking like somewhere between October 2024 and, of course, at the latest, March 2025. What that means for us right now is we should expect a trailer this year, hopefully within the coming months, but I mean, we've been saying that for years now. but I would be very, very surprised if we didn't have a trailer by the end of 2023. As for Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online news, Grand Theft Auto 5 has now sold 180 million copies. The last time we heard a number was when they sold 175 million copies back in February, so 3 million copies over the past 3 months. And when compared to the previous quarter, that's actually a step down, so Grand Theft Auto 5 sales are definitely slowing down. We also have news that the drip feed for Grand Theft Auto Online is basically confirmed that it's gonna keep happening with every single update. So I'll explain. This is what Strauss Zelnick, the CEO of Take-Two, said. He says that GTA 5 is continuing to exceed expectations, and he says with the LS Drug Wars update that GTA 5 users were up 14% and GTA Online was up 25%, which is also an increase over the Criminal Enterprises DLC. He then says the staggered approach to content, aka drip feed, led to a longer tail and greater engagement, and that GTA Plus has also seen continued growth, as they say it has had a positive reception, which a lot of that just isn't true. It hasn't had a positive reception, and same with the drip feed, it definitely hasn't really had a positive reception, but it does seem to be working in terms of keeping players around. And there we have it. That's all of the news. I'm not going to stretch this video out to 8 minutes like some people may do. That's all the news. I really have nothing else to add. Exciting news. As you know, I only report on Grand Theft Auto 6 when we actually have stuff to report on, and I really try to be one of the most trusted channels when it comes to news about the game. So if you enjoyed, again, leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more stuff like this, let me know what you think of all of this, and I will see you in the next video. Boys?
Favorite color, money green. Paper. I've been on my grind since I was in the 7th grade.